Personal branding is important to your job search because it's important that you know who you are. It's important that you know what you bring to the table so that you can distinguish yourself from the competition. If you can't sell it, if you can't make me believe it, why should I even want to talk to you about working for my organization? That's why personal branding is very important to the job search. You know, you are the brand. The qualities and the images that you portray, it's important that you know your market. It's important that you know how to reach your market. You know, and it's not just about job search. Your personal brand is who you are. It's everything that you do. You know, I was watching So You Think You Can Dance. That's one of my guilty pleasures, reality TV. So You Think You Can Dance, America's Got Talent. But on the episode that aired on Tuesday, there was a young man who was dancing with his partner. Well, first, when they were practicing, they were disconnected. He was texting, he was on the phone, when he should have been practicing with his partner. So when it came time for them to perform, he dropped her on her head. Okay? That left an indelible mark with the judges. They really wanted nothing to do with them. He had one person who was on his side who fought to keep him, to let him go on to the next round. You know, when you tarnish your brand, it's difficult to bring it back to where it was. It's not impossible, but everything you do, everything you say, how you look, everything is your brand. And so it's important that you're thinking about what messages you're communicating to prospective employers when you show up. Okay, who's going to show up today? Okay, so one of the things that will help you identify your brand is a self-assessment. It's the foundation of a successful job search. That's what we believe at the 5 O'Clock Club. It means that you identify your motivated skills, the skills that are threaded throughout your life. They don't change. They make you who you are, and they distinguish you. Assessment is important to your job search because when you sit down to do your resume, you start to think about the things that you do right now or the things that you did in your previous jobs. And there are some skills that you probably have that you don't even think about. And when I came to, the first time I heard about the 5 O'Clock Club, you know, the assessment was one of the things that drew me in because I had for years positioned myself as a trainer. I positioned myself as a training manager. I positioned myself as an HR generalist. And when I started doing the 7 stories, I thought, this is interesting. I saw a pattern begin to emerge. And that is, not only could I position myself as a training manager, but I could also position myself as a project manager because on my resume, I had changed manual processes into automated processes, one little line. But in going through the 7 stories and doing the assessment exercise, one of the things that I learned about myself was I had done that not once, not twice, but in a 3-year period, I had done it 11 times, saving Merrill Lynch over $10 million. So I thought, you know what? I can position myself as a project manager because I have the skills to conceptualize ideas, work with the IT team, to develop business requirements. Then I have the skills to write the training program to train other people, to evaluate that program and make adjustments. So it was an epiphany for me when I went through the 7 stories because I found skills that would certainly distinguish me from the competition, but because I just went through the chronological training instructor, training manager, senior trainer, leadership development, I missed it. And that's why it's important that you don't do what I did. The 7 story provides you with great information on career direction, job targets. Chip introduced the marketing plan with the job targets, information for your resume. It also answers the question, so tell me about yourself. Before, I would say I am training instructor, but now I can say I am an organizational development professional with more than 25 years experience conceptualizing ideas that change the company. It helps you to develop your accomplishment statements. You know, at the 5 o'clock club, one of the things that we like to do is to make sure at the top of the resume, you show your accomplishments. Because as Chip mentioned, folks are only going to look at your resume for about 10 seconds. And you want them to take a second glance. And to do that, you need to have appropriate accomplishments. And once you do the 7 stories, I think you're going to see that you have many accomplishments, and the job will be, which one do I choose for this particular opportunity?